so glad you could join me today as I try to brainwash myself into believing I'm a good artist. My name is Wendy, and in this very public video diary, I want to capture my current skills until I eventually become to my ultimate fate, my undeniable destiny, the pro-level artist that I know I am deep down, with enough practice and enough diligence to make it happen. And I want to capture it on footage for you to see, for me to see. So if that's something you're interested in and you're also on this journey of becoming a better artist, join the club. All right, let's get started. Let's talk about my astrology project that I assigned myself to get better. To be quite frank, I'm still quite a beginner, and I've practiced gesture drawing, figure drawing, anatomy, because I really wanted to hone in on my skills. But despite that, and you do see a clear progression of when you get better, I wanted to have a body of work completed. I wanted to show something off. Assigning myself a project was my way to capture that sense of accomplishment I needed. I am the mainstream girl, yes, I love astrology. Each sign is associated with specific segments of a human lifetime. So for example, Aries being the first sign is segmented to infant stage of a human being. And then it goes all the way, following that order, until Pisces, which is basically the point of life and death of a human being. That was my project. I had my subject matter. I knew I was going to do 12 illustrations in 20 days. Easy peasy. Foreshadowing. Because guess what? It didn't take 20 days. It took 60 days for me to complete this damn project. Okay? 60 days because my routine was messed up. In my head, I was thinking like, okay, I will draw in the morning and then at the very end of my day, before I'm about to go to sleep. That didn't work because I am exhausted, both in the morning and both at night. Another thing, my attention span was shot. Okay, I could only focus for about 30 minutes at a time, and it was very good that I had to set aside time to work because it gave me that clarity that I needed to work on my attention span, and that was a realization that I had that slapped me in the face. Another thing, it's super painful to actually sit and draw, and even though, okay, disclaimer, I really enjoyed making this project. I enjoyed it so much. I liked researching. I borrowed physical books from the library. I made my notes. I did my sketches. I would look at skulls of different animals like Leo or Taurus. I was like, how do I draw this animal correctly? And all of that is super enriching, but it very clearly shows you your weaknesses. And that hit my pride, okay? Because in my head, I have my imagined skill level, and then I have my actual skill level. And when you haven't been drawing in a long time, you think your skill level is a lot higher than it actually is. And so when you actually come down to draw, your pride just like gets smashed in the face, and you're like, oh, you think you're up here? You're actually down here. Let's bring you back down to earth, baby girl, because yeah, I tend to get a little arrogant with my actual skill. So that's part of the reason why showing up to do the work was kind of painful, because it's that realization, that actual realization of your reality. You get a little bruised from falling back down to earth and stop being in the clouds and dreaming. And my mind, I noticed that my mind would wander, and I would think of everything else that I needed to do besides draw. I needed to cook, I needed to clean, I needed to shop. It was very easy to get derailed because those are actual things that I need to get done. But guess what? You need to prioritize, baby. Prioritizing. Okay, so that was my obstacle. I didn't know how to prioritize. My attention span was like 30 minutes, and my mind would wander to different failures that I had, because doing this was very painful. And I was like, wow, I really suck. My mind thought of more things that I suck at, and then it just like blow into my ego. And but that's life. That's it. It's literally taking you down back to earth to realize what's actually happening. And so the amount of work that you thought it would take, double it. Double that number, because it's a lot more. And what really helped me was relating that this practice, it's not all going to be fun. It's like going to the gym to exercise. You feel fantastic when you finish your gym session. I know I do, because I have like all the endorphins running into me. I feel great. I feel alive. I feel hot. Like, oh my God, I really did that. I'm dripping with sweat. I have proof. But the thing is, the hardest part is showing up and doing the actual workout that you have to do. And it's painful, especially if you haven't been in the gym for a while or at all. That's gonna leave you with a very pained, very sore ego. And guess what? That pain, I don't think it ever goes away. I know it doesn't go away with the gym. I still have to push myself at the gym if I want to keep getting better. And so I went in with that. Once I like put that together, and I knew I just had to keep showing up for this pain to become baseline, to be like, okay, I can handle this pain. I can handle this pain. Eventually, I can do more than this pain. And then that's when you need to level up your skill and you need to push yourself. But it's like the same dynamic. At the end of this project, I was able to reorganize my schedule when I would have energy. So I stopped having it in the beginning of my day and the end of my day, and I had it right in the middle. So I would wake up, I'd go to work, and then after my job, I would come home and I would draw and I would work for myself. And putting it like that helped me think of it as less painful. It feels good to say what's all in here and speak it out loud. Thanks for listening to me. Okay, let's catch up next time in the next video diary. Looking forward to seeing you there. Take care.